Hi guys, this is Jules. I want to share a layout with you guys that I made. It took quite a few days to finish it. I started it before I left to California and finished it when I got back. So it probably took me a couple of weeks to really get it all done. Sometimes you have those days where it just doesn't flow and you're like not sure what to do next on something, on a project. That happens a lot to a lot of us, and it's okay. You just take your time with it. So what I did is I was working on a project for Jade, and I was so stuck on it, didn't know where to go with it after a while. It's because I've never worked on anything like it before, and I just moved on to something else. Still keeping her in mind and her likes, and also something that I wanted to do. So I came up with this layout. It's on a 12 by 12 sheet of metal, thin metal, that I found at my local scrapbook store, called the Craft Warehouse. There's only limited amounts, I think, here in Washington, and I'm just right across the border, so I go there a lot. So Jade, if you want to see all the details, go ahead and keep watching, but if not, feel free to step away from the video and then just be surprised when it comes to you, sweetie. So I want to share this with you guys. This is like the third time that I'm recording this, so hopefully I don't forget anything. I don't know, YouTube has rejected the last two that I try to put up, and I had to literally reopen the package again. I was so upset, but anyways, I have it out, and here I am going to show it to you guys now. I have gotten a lot of tips from you ladies about my lighting, some being that, it's a little bit yellow, and some of the quality isn't very good. Straight on the camera, it is awesome, but YouTube has to convert the files itself too, and make it where it fits and it can be refined and stuff. So they automatically do conversions on the website, I found. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, I've already used this camera before, and I think it's because it was too long and it's in HD, so it just takes a whole lot more, probably bandwidth or something like that. I'm not totally sure, but anyways, let's see if I can do this really quick. I'm gonna have some pictures on my blog that I did with my cell phone, because this one takes very good close-ups, but it's only a small little fraction, as you guys have seen in previous videos already. So let's see, it's daytime now, so hopefully there's good natural lighting coming in too, as well as the lights that I'm using. So what I did is I'm using graphic 45 paper, which is Jade's favorite. It has become a favorite of mine as well. I did a wall hanging with this. I used what do you call it? They're called applique. Oh yeah, like appliques. I used, well, it was one piece, and I cut them up in pieces, and I used them throughout. So let me go by layers first. Where the sentiment is, which is called "I'm Not Messy, I'm Creative." As you can see, it's torn around the entire, just around the sentiment, and the leftover paper that I had tore off, I used to frame the actual sheet metal, and I just bordered it, so I just made it a frame, so the center was still the metal. And then I used some of my tacky tape, my red tacky tape, to adhere the green paper down, which is another graphic 45 paper. This is I believe Times Nouveau, and this one's the Le Romantique collection. So it's still layered. It's got the Le Romantique framed, and then it's got the Times Nouveau here. And then I used some music sheet paper. I used a square of burlap, which is probably about a 6 by 6, and I use it in a diamond shape here. You can see the bottom point down there. And then I used French paper for this section here, and used Glimmer Mist and some of my old paper distressing ink, and some vintage photo, just a little bit around the tips. Let's see, the paper is behind the burlap. So the appliques here are just, I cut them out and they're on the side. There's actually one little piece sitting back here. And there's another piece that's sitting back here. And it is, goes all the way down here, and here's the very bottom part without the feathers in the way. You see the little leaves? That's part of the applique. So it has a sheer and it's like an embroidered type of look. It's really, really pretty. And the other one is over here behind the dress form that I stamped on muslin and glimmer misted. I was actually testing what stamps I wanted to use for Miss Claudia's, well, Jade's fundraiser for Miss Claudia. and this one was a piece of it, and I didn't use that. I ended up using a vintage chair instead. But the applique is sitting back there, and you can see some of it here. And I used a feather behind the applique, so it just has a wispy look behind it, as well as a wispy leg feather behind the flower. So let me start again in here. So I built this flower. This flower here is from Miss Silly Shy Sushi that she made for me. She gave me a bag of about 4 or 5 flowers, I believe. And I just distressed it, put some iridescent gold glimmer mist on it. And what's the center is it's pretty interesting. I found this clip-on earring at a secondhand store. It's not an antique shop. It's like a Salvation Army kind of a place. And when I went to LA the last time in April. So let me show you guys a detail really quick of this. The earring. It's really cool. It's so old. I don't know. I've never seen any kind of pattern like it before, but it looks like almost like ocean stones or something. But I mean, it's not. They're faux. But so it's got the little pearls, not the pearls, but the little crystal-y thingies here around the edges. And I just used some pliers, and I snapped the little snap-on off. So I use that to center the flower, and I have some of my petaloo flowers that were in white, and I stamped some images on it, or an image on it, like a background, in I think it was crushed olive, that green. Use vintage photo on it to distress it a little bit and give it that rustic look. Some oval punch outs that I use for leaves that you guys have probably seen before. This little cameo charm here is something that Jade gave me in a gag a long time ago. Well, probably a couple months ago, and I wanted to use it in there because I know she loves cameos. And I found a Sizzlets die on eBay that cut out vintage shoes, boots, and a handbag, and I used some graphic 45 paper and cut that little shoe out, and used some little button snaps for the buckles, and alcohol inked them because they were just silver. And then up back here, let me take the macro off. Well, let me leave it on. I used this velvet ribbon to belt through a charm that Miss Fiona gave me. Thank you, Miss Fiona. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful charm. I don't know. It just gives it such a beautiful, awesome look. And it's in that vintage gold color. And I used a real ink nib that still has the ink on it, as you can see there. I know Jade likes a lot of vintage stuff, so I try to get what I could find here in my scrap room to give it that touch. So, and I love that there's ink still on it. And you can see some of the music sheet notes behind it. I'm sorry if I'm shaky, guys. Trying to show you detail. And there's some of the sheer piece of the applique behind a tear, the wallpaper technique thing that we all love. And I use this ribbon that I found, actually, yeah, at the same scrapbook store that I got the metal from. And I just kind of did a wavy look with it to the corner and tucked it under there. Here's the French paper. And then I used a graphic 45 cutout here. It says Glamour Grill on it. You can see a lot of it, which is cool. The glimmer mist, see the glimmer mist there? Love that. And there is a Pearl-X stamp of a bee back there. I don't know if you can see some of it, like the wing. It's cool. See the wing there? Oh, it's so cool. I wish some more of it showed, but it doesn't. But I love how you can see the distressing and the tears and the folds and stuff. A couple charms that I had, some Madame Delphine charms, the little perfume bottle and the little comb. So cute. And I used some vintage photo crackle paint around the edges. That's what this brown stuff is here. And I use it just in different edges. I also use it on the burlap that is sitting back here. I really hope I'm not making you guys dizzy. I'm sorry if I am. And here's the dress form, stamped on muslin. Very beautiful. And I used the leaf ribbon that we love, and strung it around it. And I anchored it down to this bundle of flowers that I made. Except the 2 yellow ones that are layered there that I just glimmer misted, and I just layered in, kind of altering the petals, and some rosebuds that I had. And it's sitting on this easel, so I'm trying to show you guys. Sorry, And I'm shaky. But I also use some of the glimmer mist to do like a drip mark, so you can see some of it right there, and blotches of the glimmer mist spray right here. There's a drip mark here. Also back there, which like pulled in this fold down there, if you can see it. Then I had some bought some buttons that had they're two pieces, and I popped the center part out, and I used that for the name for Jaded Studios. I distressed it with an emery board all around the edge, alcohol inked it because it was just a bright silver. So I used a few different colors, some gold, some green, some really dark brown. I can't remember what the name of it is, the alcohol ink, to try and stain it to give it a vintage gold look. And then it didn't do too bad, I guess. So I did that. That's the punch outs, or the letters are punch outs from Graphic 45 paper from the Times Nouveau, I believe, collection. And I just spelled out Jaded Studios and used that for her hanging, for her to be able to hang in her room if she wanted to. I used some ZVA bling, which I added some of these half pearls to make it look like the Prima, because I was going to use the Primas, but the shapes of them wouldn't allow me to use it the way I wanted it. So I just kind of made my own. This is the Prima right here, the one in this top corner. See, they're all round. Even the little black pearls are round. And then in this corner back here, or in the very front, that's the Prima, but the black pearls are round. The ZVAs are crystal, has a different shape to it, and you can see it. They're just different shaped. So I just used some of the pearls. It looks exactly the same as the one that Prima has. Tim Holtz Flourish back here behind the flowers, and that fit perfectly. That swirl, the ZVA swirl, fit in there really good. I like that. And I carried some of the pearls up on the muslin, up there and up there. Little cluster of the gold ones. And the distressing, I loved it in the distressed look, so I really like how they came out. So I'll have some pictures on my blog, and hopefully this file is a little bit smaller. The other one went to like 15 minutes. Now I'm at 12 something, almost 13. So I'm going to stop here. I just wanted to share this with you guys. And Jade, I'm going to be mailing this out soon. I'm going to have to repackage it again. It is a wall hanging. Here's the bow, and I just tucked the lace back there so that it wouldn't be in the way. But real quick, just want to show you guys the back side of it. I'm going to use the paper to frame it so it doesn't show, but that's what that looks like. So there we go. Alright, you guys, let me know what you think. I really like it, and I really like to do the 12 by 12 size. It's pretty cool. A lot of room to work with. So, okie dokie. I'll talk to you guys later. Jules signing out of the Jewel Box. Bye, guys.